And today I'm going over the Miami Dolphins draft. Okay, what I thought about the first round of Miami Dolphins draft. Now, I went to make this video a little earlier. I'm trying to make it right now before 3 o'clock because I have somewhere to be at 3 o'clock. So I'm trying to make this video before 3 o'clock. So excuse me if I'm talking fast. I'm going to try to talk slow. But this is my thoughts on the first round of Miami Dolphins draft. The first round of the new future of the Miami Dolphins. Now, starting off with the number 1 pick that we had, which was the number 5 pick in the draft, Tua. It's about time for me to learn how to say his name because he's on the team now. But, you know, I didn't really feel that comfortable. I really never cared if I actually knew how to say his name. Tua Tagovailoa. I never really cared if I knew how to say his name until now because he's on the team. So now I kind of just need to know how to say his name. So, Tua Tagovailoa at number 5. And, listen, I think at the end of the day, like, it's crazy how the universe works, and I think we speak things into existence, man. We've been talking about getting Tua as a fan base. Obviously, not everybody want him, but as a fan base in totality, we've been talking about getting Tua for over a year, and I honestly feel like we spoke this into existence. Like, that's why I kind of knew it was destiny. And when people were saying, oh, the Dolphins need to trade up for Tua, or Dolphins might trade up for Tua, or whatever the case may be, I just kind of knew it was unnecessary because it just seemed like how everything was just lining up forever that we supposed to get Tua. Okay, I said this like many times before. I'll say it again. When we were online to get the number 1 draft pick, we were the worst team in the league. We were losing to the Ravens by 40. We would turn around and lose to the Dallas Cowboys by a lot. When we were getting blown out every game, Tua was the number 1 draft pick. As soon as Tua's draft stock fell due to his injury, that's when our draft positioning fell too. It was just like, it just damn near seemed like dynasty, okay? Or destiny, I mean. It just felt like destiny. So we got Tua, and listen, Tua is a huge risk, right? With his leg, with his hip, he's a humongous risk. But it's a risk that I think everybody's willing to take. Even if you're not a fan of Tua, you can kind of be willing to take this risk. You kind of understand why we took this risk. There was nobody else on the draft board, in my opinion, that was going to be, that you're obviously, the quarterback is like the most important position. There's nobody else that was on the draft board that has a higher upside than Tua. You know what I'm saying? And you could say maybe there's no higher draft pick with a higher risk either, but at the same time, you take that risk. And I'm with taking the risk so much that I would go as far as saying, if the worst case scenario happened in Tua's career, the worst case scenario, which is, I don't even want to speak to existence, but y'all know what the worst case scenario for Tua is, okay? All right. If the worst case happens, I won't even be angry because I understand the risk. I respect the risk, and I'd rather us do this than draft, you know, somebody who seems like a safe pick who ends up being mediocre or who ends up being terrible. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? There is no safe pick. That's why it's the draft. That's why, you know, the best players don't get drafted in order. That's why you got such thing as bust. If everybody knew what everybody was gonna be, it would be no such thing as bust. It would be no such thing as steals in the draft. It would be no Russell Wilson in the 3rd round. Everybody don't know what everybody's gonna be, so we took the player with the highest potential in the draft, to be honest. And I don't think you can be angry about that. I mean, you could be angry about that, but I don't think, you know, it's a good reason to be angry. You kind of got to understand where the team's coming from. We haven't had a good quarterback in since when? Okay, people thought Ryan Tannehill was straight, but I'm talking about elite. We haven't had an elite quarterback since ever, and well, my lifetime, since Dan Marino. So, I definitely understand why we got Tua, why we take the risk, and I'm not angry we took the risk. I'm happy with the Tua pick. It was going to be some sad Dolphin fans if we didn't pick Tua, but I'm glad we picked Tua. And it's just one of them things where, you know what I'm saying, obviously he's the best quarterback in the draft if you discount injuries, but you can't discount injuries. But I don't think nobody's discounting him that he's better than every quarterback, including Joe Burrow, if he never got injured, okay? You know, Joe Burrow was gaining ground, but what Tua did all his time starting versus what Joe Burrow really did just his last season, Tua's a better quarterback. So barring no injury, he's the better quarterback than everybody, and we got the best quarterback at number 5. Put it that way. So that was lit, man. That was exciting. I know it was exciting for the fan base. We get our 18th pick, and we select Austin Jackson. This is a guy who I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. All right, I'm not angry with this pick, but this is what I hate when we draft somebody, and the first thing they say is he's a high character guy. I don't like when people say that. I'd rather you say something about his skill level on the field, but this guy is a high character guy. Like, I just, because I don't really, honestly, keep it real with you, and that's why I couldn't be a GM. I don't care about character that much. I care about what you're doing on the field, okay? I don't care, like, low-key, I do kind of care, like, okay, so let's say this, metaphorically speaking. I do care that the players on the Dolphins are nice folks. I do care that they give back to the community. I do care about that. But I more so care that they're beasts on the field. So when the first thing they say is, oh, he's just a high character guy, I'm like, yo, this is some bullshit. But either way, he ended up being actually good. He's a good tackle. And to be quite honest with you, it might have been a bit of a reach right here. I ain't gonna lie, I was expecting somebody else. Honestly, I was expecting one of the safeties, either Delpit or McKinney, or even a running back, but not so much a running back. But either way, all the players that I was expecting to draft right here that I would have loved, they're still available in round 2. But the thing about him is, listen, I guess you don't know when you're gonna get your next tackle. I think Austin Jackson was the best tackle on the board, probably by a long shot in the Dolphins' eyes. And if somebody would have reached, because we not only had to reach, but we had to protect ourselves from somebody else reaching. Let's say if we didn't reach, and then the next team reaches and gets them, then we don't have a tackle. So we kind of had to get him. I understand it. And it's a very vital position of need for the Miami Dolphins. So I like this pick as well. Not as much as the Tua pick, but I like it. I feel like, we had to. You know what I'm saying? Because if we didn't get him, what tackle were we gonna get? You feel me? That's better than him. We could have got, I guess, Josh Jones, right? But what other tackle we're gonna get if we didn't get him? So, and we definitely need the offensive lineman. We got Tua. We got to protect him some way, somehow. By the way, I don't even think Tua's gonna play his first year, but that's another conversation for another day. I got into an argument about that. I don't think he's gonna play his first year. But anyways, we had to protect him somehow, some way. So Austin Jackson would do that, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, we definitely need an offensive lineman. So can't be angry about that. Not a sexy pick, because obviously you want the hard hitter McKinney, or you want the running back with the cuts like Swift or whatever. But you get the offensive lineman, you need one. It's just, that's facts, okay? That's facts. Then we trade back, and you get into the last pick. We trade back and we get Noah, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I learned how to say Tagovailoa, but this guy's you're gonna have to give me a couple weeks. Y'all know you're gonna have to give me not really a couple weeks, but I'm just gonna have to hear somebody else say it before I say it. Okay? But we got Noah. Alright? We got Noah. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did not understand this pick at all. Still kind of don't understand this pick, and I know everybody in the conversation is gonna try to get me to think this pick was the most amazing pick ever, but it don't make sense to me in no type of way. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This pick right here was, I mean, I haven't seen, like, I'm trying not to be cool. I'm the worst pick I think we made yesterday, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if he's the best nickel corner in the world, I'm personally not with drafting nickel corners in the first round ever. Okay, especially when you need a safety. Well, seemingly need a safety. Maybe we trust Bobby McCain a lot, and literally the best safety in a draft is up still on the board, and you need a safety, and you chose to get a nickel cornerback. I don't know about that one, y'all. I look at Bobby McCain, who I was hoping would move back to nickel, since he was an elite nickel corner when he was there. He was honestly the best nickel corner in the league when he was there. I was thinking he was gonna move back to nickel, and we could draft one of these best safeties in the draft, but we chose to draft a nickel corner, so we're gonna obviously keep Noah at safety. Also, I was thinking, like, what if Xavier Howard's getting traded now? I don't know why we picked. Honestly, this pick just threw me off completely. I understand it now. I guess it's presumed that he's gonna be the nickel corner, which is fine. But like I said, either way, I'm still not with it. And he could be the best nickel corner in the league. I'm not with drafting him in the 30th in the first round when we have the best safety on the league, and then you have some of the running backs that I still like, Dobbins especially. I'm not with drafting him in the first round. I mean, it's just what it is. Just the position he's going to play on the defense. I'm not with that. Okay, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You're not going to agree with everything the team do. We about to have like the craziest man-to-man secondary ever. You feel me? We about to have the craziest secondary ever. Seemingly, that's what we're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? We're getting an overkill at the cornerback position. I ain't gonna lie, this threw me off a lot, right? It's still not my favorite pick in the world. You guys, people was commenting on my Twitter saying, "Oh, he's a great player. He's a good player." Obviously, everybody get drafted as a good player. And then in the first round, they were a good player in college. That's how they got drafted in the first round. So I know he's good. That's why, hell, you can't even get drafted no rounds if you're not good at football, if you didn't have a good college career. But you know what I'm saying? I didn't see the need for it. I wanted Bobby McCain to move back, but obviously I'm not with the players every day. Brian Flores is, so we're gonna see. Maybe, Bobby McCain is going to be a lead at safety. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'd rather have McKinney, though. You feel me? But that's just me. That's just how it is. That's how it is still going to be. Until proven otherwise. Looking at the second round, bro, this is who I hope we get. The 39th pick, if McKinney is still available, or Delpit, that's who I want with the 39th pick. I don't think they're going to make it there, but maybe they will. And maybe we'll trade up. I don't know. But I want one of them at safety, right? If that's not possible, give me one of the running backs, specifically J.K. Dobbins. Okay, a lot of people like Jonathan Taylor. He fumbles a little bit too much for me, or has fumbled a little bit too much for me. And I think I just can't do that. But give me J.K. Dobbins or one of the safeties at 39. And then at 56, if we don't get a running back at 39, give me a running back. If we don't get one of the safeties and that's still available, give me one of the safeties. Either way, I think we need to get a running back and a safety in the second round today. Get in the comment section, let me know what you guys think. Or I guess we could get an offensive lineman. Is Josh Jones still available? Probably. Josh Jones even at 39, I'll be fine with that, okay? But get in the comment section, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy K Flexing. First week of the draft is over with. First day of the draft is over with. First day of the new feature, I'm out.